Hi everyone, it's Cindy and I'm back with working on my altered book. At the end of the last video, I was still talking and the camera had shut off, so I wanted to show you first of all what I did after, when I was here all by myself and didn't know it. So first of all, I was stamping this when the camera shut off, I think, or right after that. I didn't get a chance to glue it in, so there it is, all glued in place. And then on this side, I pulled out this little piece. This was actually cut from the paper stack, and so was this, and then this is a little Tim Holtz photo booth picture. And I was constructing a story and telling you all about it, and with no camera on, with you know, love and these two, even though they're from different eras, but you can't really tell that. So those are those two pages, and then I dug out these Tim Holtz journaling cards, and this one had a lot of busy stuff on the back, so I actually put some tea-dyed paper on it, and so that goes in there. And then on this one, it's just you know, some want ads, and I just stuck that. And this one's nice and plain on the back, so that's good. And I actually kept on going. I was over here, back at the beginning, and I had done a little bit over here. I put just a couple of pieces on this piece of sort of plainish paper. Just stuck a couple of little flowers on each, the top, these two adjacent corners. And then over here, I didn't want to get rid of this page. This is the copyright page with the date of 1937. And so I just threw some of these elements on here just to sort of bring it into the spirit of the thing. And don't think I'm going to do anything here. I think I'm going to leave it like that. And then these pages are all great for journaling as they are. I did ink them around the edges. And then 67-cent price tag sent, or yeah, isn't that what it is, 67 cents? Yes, I wanted to leave that there as well. So I think I'm just going to leave those pages as they are, and whoever ends up with this book can either journal there or ignore them as they want. And then I did these couple of pages. These, on here I just put some correspondence type things because it said first class over here. And these are all Tim Holtz pieces with the exception of this, well, no, it is. It's all Tim Holtz. So, and then I dug out a couple of cards, journaling cards here. And these all had, these were the same, they matched, and they have, I may end up putting some coffee dyed paper there too. I don't think that'd be fun to write on. But yeah, so they all, the two of them go in there. I just liked them together. I wanted to keep them together, so I stuck them in there. And I think I didn't put one in here yet. I'm going to make some tags eventually, but so far I haven't done that. So that's where I got. I just put these sort of postage-related things on here, and I'm liking how that's looking. So we can move on. This is a blank canvas. We can do whatever we want. And oh, I skipped. I should have had patterned paper on there. I wonder how I skipped that. I think I was so anxious to put this newsprint page together here, and to be careful not to turn one upside down. That's just silly. So let's see what we've got over here. Yeah, we still have a few pages that I didn't use yet. It's going to be this one here, I think. So, I'll show you how, in case you might be interested, how I managed to match up my holes, thumb slots, I guess is what I want to say. So this is a chalk pencil, and I just, you know, put it in a paper where it would be. Let me come over this way a little bit. And guesstimated about halfway across. And then I would draw a line until I hit the end of the slot, and then I would put a little line this way, and that would be where I would punch. I have this big 3-inch hole punch, and guesstimate that to the center and match up the end of the line there. And it all kind of works out pretty well. So yeah, that's how I do it. So let's throw some glue on there and get that paper in there. My sister and my nephew were just here for a little visit. And they're a riot. They crack me up. My sister's a widow, and she's caring for the son of our other sister who died 20 years ago, and he has Down syndrome, so he's almost 50 years old, and he's turning into an old man, and he's got all kinds of funny old man ways, and we just laugh, and he's got all kinds of funny little, old man habits. He takes his shoes off as soon as he gets in the door, and which even when he comes here, he takes his shoes off first, and it drives her crazy, and he's determined to spend the night here. He used to spend the night here often when she was still working, because she did elder care, and he would stay with us 3 nights a week, and so he really misses that, and we miss having him, but life is different. My husband isn't working anymore, he's retired, and so we have different sleep patterns, and we've rearranged the house. We have a craft room where we didn't have when Ronnie was here, so yeah, it's altogether different. There was really no place for him to sleep that wouldn't have everybody disturbed. He's up half the night prowling around the house, and Farron just really wasn't looking forward to that. So we just a couple of weeks ago put a new room. We cut our living room not quite in half, and took half of it to make a bedroom. And so now Ronnie and whoever else spends the night will have a place to stay. And so he was checking that all out today. It's not quite finished. The drywall needs to be mudded and whatnot. But so yeah, what's up with this? And before that, our son and his wife were here this morning, and my husband had gone to Cooper's soccer game, and they hung around waiting for him to come back, because Tiana goes to Colorado on Monday, and so they didn't want to leave without seeing him, and he just didn't come back. The game was over at 10:15, and it was on for 11:30, and they weren't back yet, so she called my niece, Cooper's mom. They're good friends, and she said, "What are you doing, girl? Send my father-in-law home." And they had traveled together from their house. He had driven down to their place, and the game was in another little town, and so they went together, and she said, we just got out of we had to stop and get a birthday present. Cooper's going to a birthday party, and she said, I'll have him up there soon. We're checking out. And then a few minutes later, she said, we got a really slow line. And she said, we're not even at the checkout yet. So then they talked and carried on. And finally, we decided to order sandwiches and have him stop and pick them up on the way up. By that time, it would be noon till he got here. So that worked out well. So anyway, trying to decide what I'm thinking here. How about if we just get some, I think I'm not real worried about what goes on there so much. This is the page that needs to be decorated. So why don't we start with some lace. I'm still here, I'm just getting my lace box. That's my lace box. So, let's see. That's the stuff I was looking for. So, let's see. This does not have a pocket anywhere, so I don't have to worry about that. Be nice to find the end of the lace here. There we go. I'm thinking we'll just start with a simple piece up here, just to get us going. And maybe something else will come to me. I think I'll pull up some of the elements that I cut out from the paper. Actually, I think I know what I want to do. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. Okay. Let these start to stick there. Well, maybe not. That doesn't want to show up there. We'll have to... We can put something behind there, though, I guess. Like maybe one of these parcel pieces of paper. I just grabbed one of these. It's actually the same as that first page, but I cut too short, I think. So, pull this out and give it a bit of a rough edge. So, let's say something like that. And oh, I got a better idea than that. How about some pattern paper there? Yeah, what do you think about that? Okay, start with some glue stick on this, just to get it down there. So, we were talking about both batches of company today. We were talking about the wildfires in Colorado. We have 2 nephews who live there, and I might have mentioned this in the video from the other day, but my great nephew Ethan, lives in Granby, and that was evacuated on Thursday, so he hightailed it down to his cousin's house. He lives in Fraser, and they are not yet in any kind of danger, we hope. And they were to get a lot of snow today, so we were happy to hear that that started. But it's just so crazy. And my daughter-in-law is in Aurora. She is a traveling respiratory therapist. I think I've told you that before. And she has been going various places for 3 months at a time until this year. In February, she started a 2-year contract with the hospital in Aurora, because they offered her a deal she couldn't refuse. And so she was feeling it this morning in her throat. She had gone to a bonfire last night. They both did, my son and my daughter-in-law, and she said it's just, she said she thinks her lungs are so irritated from the smoke so often in Aurora that, got all kind of glue over the place, didn't I? That, just going to the bonfire last night got it all started up again. So, okay, well that's part of it. What now? We need more than that. I don't know what else we have here. Let's see what we may want. Maybe we'll cut this in half, tear it in half. Tuck that into there. So, yeah, it's crazy how you can, my entire family's here in Pennsylvania for so long, and now the kids are branching out, and they all end up in the same place, which is kind of crazy in itself. And I think I'm happy with that, just those few pieces together. Uh-oh. That's not good. No, I don't want you either. One of the glue stick. So, yeah. So now Jason's going to be out there as well, our son. They have these, well, he goes out wherever she is. His work is seasonal. He works for the State Park Service here. And they usually finish around Thanksgiving, and then wherever she is, that's where he spends the winter. And last year it happened to be Minnesota, her home state. She was actually not far from her parents for the winter, and that was great. We were happy for them. And so Jay went out and spent the winter out there with her out there, and he's going to do the same thing this year, but they informed us this morning that they're putting their house here on the market, and they're spending a lot of money on rent for her out there and the house payment here, and they're hating not being together. And so, yeah, he's gonna, when he goes out in November, he probably won't be coming back. They hope to get the house on the market before they leave, or before he leaves. And so, yeah, so that's kind of a, I can't say it was a shock, because, we know they've both been miserable not being together. Inventory tag, layaway tag, an alterations tag. There we go. Okay. As I said before, it's always fun to find the end. There it is. Okay. So yeah, that was a big topic of conversation about the logistics of selling the house and what they're taking with them and what they're not, and what we might store for them, and, you know, there's a lot. Her dad is a phenomenal woodworker, and a couple of years ago when they went out to visit, he gave them a handcrafted kayak. A beautiful thing, absolutely gorgeous, with all, you know, all these inlays, and just a beautiful thing. And they brought it home on top of their car, but they had to go out and buy a rack while they were out there. And it's been in their living room, if you can imagine that. They have a cathedral ceiling, and they have it standing, going from the high side of their living room to, catty corner to the low side on one side of their room. And so they were talking about what to do with the kayak, and I said, well, you know, you can store it here. And they said, well, yeah, we know, but we think we're going to take it out. The apartment that she wants to get is actually one her girlfriend has now, and she's thinking she'd like to get that same place, and it has cathedral ceilings in the living room, and it's always been such a fun conversation piece, and so they think they're going to take that with them when they go. They're going to have their kayak in the living room again, just in Colorado. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. What do you think? Think that'll be enough on that page? I'm thinking it will be. That's what I think. So, I'm gonna try my best shot at not having to glue that down separately. See, this is what I was saying, it's the same on the front and the back. So, yeah, we talked about that, and then we got sandwiches from our favorite Italian deli and enjoyed those together, and then the kids packed up and left, and they had to stop down and drop off some stuff. Cooper had some of her dress-up stuff here, and she wanted it for Halloween, so they were going to drop that off. And let's see, yep, it's stuck. Now, do I want to... No, I think it's fine. Okay, well, there's that page. Those two pages. I'm going to go crazy making tags. Let me look at some of these and see if there's anything that looks like it ought to be there. I can't remember if there's anything that has anything to do with pattern paper or not. It'd be nice if we found something like that.